Hey, it's your girl Nautica de la Cruz for 102.3 KJLH and KJLHradio.com. Please help me welcome Antonio L.A. Reid. There was a showcase that was done, and Beyonce was there, and Rihanna was performing. And you weren't really too sure about Rihanna, were you?
Oh, I was very sure about Rihanna.
You were?
It wasn't that. It was that it wasn't, I didn't know that it was her moment.
Gotcha.
But I was very sure.
Okay.
I mean, we never let her leave the building.
Okay.
But I thought it was Tierra Marie's moment.
Okay. But Beyonce gave you that extra nudge, like she's the business.
Like, in a word. Because I'm telling you, like, I don't know if I've ever had, like a long conversation with Beyonce about anything, but it was just a word. It was kind of like, you know, that girl's a beast, and look the other way.
Oh.
And that was just enough. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's all you needed.
Yeah. Artists always know.
They do.
Yeah, artists know. It's like if somebody in radio comes in the room, like, or no, when you walked into the room with the radio personality we were talking about earlier,
Right.
she knew you were somebody. That's why she tried to, you know, tell you, like, you know, you got a lot to do to get. She recognized greatness was in the room with her.
Right.
So artists always know when someone in the room is a threat.
I see. Okay. I'm going to take that with me.
You understand what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do. Speaking of artists, is there an artist that you, let's say, kind of regret not signing, or someone you let go?
There are a lot of artists that I regret not even getting a chance to sign.
I know Lady Gaga was one.
Well, Lady Gaga I did sign, but I dropped her, right, foolishly. But I want to know, like, why did Bruno Mars not knock on my door? Like, what did I do?
What
Like,
did
I
you
love
do?
Bruno Mars. Like, why did Miguel not knock on my door? Like, what's happening? What's wrong with people, right? Or you know who I love? Alicia Keys.
Yes.
That's an artist I wish that I had time with, right? I really love her musically. And if I could, you didn't ask me this, and I'm just riffing because I had a lot of sugar.
Please.
But if there were one artist that I wish I could work with right now,
Okay.
one,
It's on your bucket list.
it would be Beyonce.
Really?
Man, I wish I could work with
But
Beyonce.
she's in that crowd of the people that you know. What's stopping that?
and we're one degree of separation because she's done songs of mine before, right? She did Bills, which my company published, and we gave it to her, and maybe another one. But I've never been like her music guy. Man, I wish I could be Beyonce's music guy because she's the greatest ever.
Yes, she is.
And she's incredible.
She is.
Right?
And she's going on tour once again.
Oh, my God. When the tour is over and, you know, she rests and she's ready to get back to work, I wish she'd say, L.A., what do you think? Mm-hmm. But you know what?
What?
That ain't going to happen.
You never know. You never know.
But I would like that.
How does it feel when do artists that you have nurtured and have signed still come to you for advice even though they've gone and grown?
Sometimes. Sometimes they do. Sometimes artists call and say, can I come and play my album? But they may be on another label.
I see.
And they'll ask, yeah, probably more than I realize. But I don't know how open I am to it, you know.
Right.
Honestly, I'm not that open to it because it's like I'm also competitive.
Okay.
And so all I'm thinking about is, okay, you're not on my label. I love you, appreciate you, but you're not on my label, so I don't have on that jersey right now. I have on this jersey.
It's not really it's you're giving advice, but it doesn't really benefit you.
Yeah, and I'm selfish in that I play for my team. So if
Okay.
I'm wearing the Lakers jersey, I play for the Lakers,
Okay.
right?
I like that.
And that's how I think.
Are you a Virgo? Because I'm selfish too.
No,
Okay.
but I'm not selfish. I didn't say that. See, that's you talking about you being. I'm not selfish.
Selfish.
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're my mother's sign.
I'm duplicitous.
I see. I see. Now, when you say that you do give people advice and you know you've created these icons, these moguls, you know, at the end of the day, how does that make you feel? Like, do you feel that you have conquered it all through your guidance and through your performance with them?
No, not at all. No, I never walk around feeling like, I don't feel particularly accomplished most of the time. I feel like still got so much to do. I feel like I still have something to prove. I still have so many people who I want to do well by, and I kind of walk that walk.
Okay.
more than walking the walk of I did this and I did that. Like writing this book was probably the most reflective I've ever been in my life. And it's the first time that I actually looked back. I'd just forgotten it all. I mean, I remember the stories, but I had to go back and like listen to the music again as I was writing the book because I don't really spend a lot of time looking back. I'm doing it now because I want my book to be a success,
Right.
you know. But I really look forward.
So do you listen to your old records from Essence and The Deal?
You know, I went to visit Q-Tip recently, right? Tribe Called Quest, and he says, "I got something for you. I have something I want to play you." He played me the record that I made in 1977. I was like, "How did you get this?" It was a Pure Essence record, and he had it, and I couldn't believe it.
Well, he's a collector of music.
Oh,
I
he's
do know
serious.
that. Yes.
But you know, I was with my band, The Deal, the other day, and we were in the car and just riding, and I started playing Deal songs, and we listened to them together, and that was the first time that had ever happened. We literally never listened to our albums together.
Really?
Yeah, so that was fun.
And, you know, Two Occasions is one of my favorites.
Thank you.
Do you ever, and I know this may be random question, but do you ever think The Deal would maybe go out on tour? You pick up your drums or no?
I'm not. I don't think. I don't think so. I won't say no, never, but
You're past that.
yeah, I'm past it. But I love those guys, and I love that instrument, and we actually made a decision that we would reunite for one show.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's
Coming soon
coming
this
soon.
year?
This year.
Okay.
Yeah. One
Okay.
show.
I've definitely
One
liked-
time.
Okay, in one particular place on a.
One particular stage.
You're not gonna give me
on
all
a
the
particular
details.
award show.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to.
All I
wait
tell you
and
is it's
watch.
March 5th and it's BET Honors.
Oh,
That's all I can
yes,
tell you.
Okay. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. All right. Well, in closing, I just want to say that this is a really good book, and I know
you.
that you have some new talent like Yo Gotti and Future.
Yes.
And
Travis.
Travis Scott as well, and Megan Trainor as
Megan.
well. How
Yeah.
do these, you know, we know about the Mariahs and the Ushers and the Justin Bieber, but these are the new babies. These
new
are the new
babies.
kids. As I call my old interns that are my babies, my children of the corn.
Right. Yeah.
So these are your new babies. How are you molding them? How are you guiding them into the future of music?
You know, these artists are so advanced. Like I was with Future yesterday. He's so advanced in his thinking. Like he's so strategic about how he's doing it. Or Megan is such an accomplished songwriter. So it's very different now. Like I try to get in there and help and give guidance, but sometimes I have to sit back and say, damn, they're smart. Like, you know, they do get more sophisticated as time goes on.
Okay.
I noticed artists today are more sophisticated, both business-wise and sometimes even musically, than a few years ago.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, there's so many platforms. There's YouTube. There's Twitter.
Right.
There's a way of them expressing their music.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes I think there's so many more outlets that it becomes a little clutter, and there's
does.
no element of surprise.
Yeah, I agree with that. The showbiz of it all just kind of is getting watered down. I don't know if I like it. I don't really know if I like the idea that, you know, you just drop a song on SoundCloud or you drop a song on YouTube or you drop a song and it's. I don't know if I like it. I like the idea, the build up, the suspense, like it's coming. I remember when Michael Jackson's Thriller video was played, and I want to say it was like ABC Network TV or something, and there was a countdown to it, and you waited and you waited and you sat, and when it happened, it was like a moment, you know, that you held on to. And now there are no moments.
No.
You know, but it doesn't make the music better. It doesn't make the experience better. It just makes it more common, you know.
And with music today, where do you see it going? Because I feel, to me, I feel that there are some artists that have longevity and
Yeah.
some that are just a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, that's true, but that's always been true,
Okay.
right? There were one-hit wonders in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and now there will always be artists that are disposable, and that makes way for the greats.
I see.
And every decade there are a few greats.
True.
Like we know when the Stevie Wonder came out in the 60s, and then he had his like most important moments in the 70s.
70s.
And so he's one of those outliers from that era. But there may be only about 20. But trust me, there were thousands of records released. And there may be only like 5 in his category, you know, of great. You know, him and Elton John and Marvin Gaye. It's only a few, right?
Right.
But otherwise, most of them are disposable and they come and go. So that's the beauty of it. We should appreciate the disposable artists because they're just making way and giving room for the greats to get their work done.
That is true. You know, every decade there's always a handful of greats.
Right.
Amazing book.
Thank
L.A.
you.
Reid, Sing to Me, My Story of Making Music, Finding Magic, and Searching for Who's Next. It is on display here. Last but not least,
You really read it.
I did. I really did.
You really did.
There's a lot of tabs here. There's a lot of doggy ears, highlight. I mean, I was sucked in by.
You gotta read this.
I was sucked in by the first 30 pages. I'm not kidding. But
Is that right?
yes. But so this is a picture of you at the age of 12.
Ish.
LA, if you could write a quick note to this young boy at your age now, to this young boy, what would you say in this quick note?
Oh, that's great. That's a great thing. I'll have to look at him like he's my son and say that, right? I would say,
Dear
Antonio, finish school. Don't try to find a shortcut at the end of your 12th grade year. Don't buy the diploma. Earn it. That's what I would tell him, right? And I would also say, what would I say? If you meet this girl named Lady Gaga, don't drop her. Don't drop her, right? Those would be my 2 pieces of advice.
And in closing,
thank you so much for having me.
You're very
This is really great. You're incredible. I love talking to you.
Thank you. You are welcome anytime. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not gotten this book, I'm telling you, you'll be sucked in. And if you love the music industry or you are an aspiring artist or you know someone, this is the book to read. Not only because I love it because I'm in this industry, but the fact that it really showcases a man who has a feeling and knows how to pick talent. Thank you once again for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. I'm Nautica de la Cruz for 102.3 KJLH and KJLHradio.com.